YouTube, welcome back to Century Farm Organics YouTube channel. I am your host, Kyle, and today I am field cultivating. As you can see on this farm, we are screwed. We have horrible weed mess coming here, but I'm undoing that with the digger. So, as you can see, we have a lot of foxtail coming on this farm. Not only that, I'm just in a spot where it's only foxtail. There's a lot of broadleafs coming in this field too. Down in that big bottom where it was completely flooded out, there is a lot of cocklebur coming down in there. Probably would be very, very concerning to a lot of people. A lot of people would look at this field and be like, wow, it's green. You guys are already behind the 8 ball. What are you gonna do? Well, that doesn't worry us. This is actually our second time field cultivating, and that's kind of what we expect. In the last video, I talked about that, how we want to get one flush, and then that kind of germinates and resets the field, and we get another second pretty heavy flush like we got here. This is a heavy flush. A little concerning, you know, I might have some skips with the digger, but overall, it's doing a really good job. I'm very happy with it. We're not actually screwed. I was just joking around. So look at where I've dug. Look at that. A lot of dirt, a lot of white hairs, a lot of grass uprooted. I'm not worried about this. Okay, I'm a little worried about it, but yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm cleaning it. It's wiping the slate. It's getting a lot of the weeds. This is one of the fields we really struggle with foxtail. Last year in beans, we did not get a flush like this, and that hurt us. We had grass in this bean field really bad. Down on that side of the field where the field was relatively clean, we had 60 bushel beans. And then over here where the grass got away from us, we only had about 35 bushel beans. That really, really hurt. That really hurt. So this year we got 2 good flushes of foxtail, and we are going from there. We are going to plant this field in about 10 hours or so, I would say. That should work out for timing of the planter. Oh, I got a shank issue I got to worry about. But other than that, yeah, we're going to keep going. Things are working up really good. It's starting to get a little dry on us in southwest Minnesota where we're trying to place that seed. No, it's not completely dry underneath, but that moisture line is receding relatively quickly. So we got that. We finally have the speed planter figured out. Sean is rolling in that now. Jerry and him were working pretty hard on that. They got it figured out. They're rolling, and I'm trying to keep out in front of them. So we are rolling. Yeah. One thing I wanted to point out in talking about, you know, I'm trying not to be so robotic with this camera in front of me. I'm really not this stale and dry of a person. I feel like when I'm holding the camera, I am. Something I'm working on. This is really something I never wanted to do, but it's something as a group, the more we talked about, is like, you know, we need to make some videos. There's kind of that negative narrative about organic farming that a lot of people just plant and go to let it go. That's not what we do. We want to try to defeat that narrative. It's one of the main goals with our YouTube channel. So yeah, I mean, it's very hard to talk in front of a camera. I never realized that. You know, I knew it'd be weird. I knew it'd be different. I never realized actually how hard it is, and then to have to edit the video back and watch yourself be so cringy, and yeah, people don't talk about it enough, and that's gonna be cringy, me laughing on camera. I'm gonna hate that when I edit that, but whatever. That's just kind of how it is. I want to teach you guys some of the things we do and show you the way we do things, and yeah. So on that note, if there's things you guys want to see or things I should do differently, or you want me to talk less, show off equipment more, I'm hoping I can get to that. I feel like I need to show you the way we do things, and then I can showcase more equipment. But yeah, I'm open to criticism. If you guys want to comment, you know, DM me, do whatever. Show, you know, help me learn how I can make better content for you guys, and we'll go from there. But back to our regular scheduled programming, I'm now in the big bottom that flooded out this spring. So here in southwest Minnesota, we had a ton of snow, and then it was cold, and then we had 3 days of 80s. And we have a big county main that runs through this farm, and it backed up, and all the lines that are, this is the lowest spot where that main is. So when that big thaw came, our outlet wasn't completely thawed out yet, so we had a ton of water that was coming through. It couldn't get through, and it backed up, and it flooded out probably 60 acres of this farm. So that was really defeating. Our landlord just put a bunch of money worth of tile into this farm, and to see it underwater, I think it was underwater for a month. That was really defeating, but now it is really nice and dried out. We actually haven't hit that bottom yet. We're gonna roll the dice and we're just gonna plant it. A little nerve-wracking on that, but other than that, we should be okay. All right, so I am turning around now and I'm heading back towards that big bottom. I'm in the 580 quad track. There is our Green Star that I am auto tracking with. So that is controlling our guidance. Then we have the AFS 1200 Connect monitor right on the armrest there. I love this. This is one of my favorite parts of this tractor, so I'll explain that a little bit. So here is how I shift up and shift back down. I can control the whole digger from right here. I never have to take my hand off of that. I really, really like that. Even with Green Star, I'm still turning on auto steer with this button. That's been huge. That's been really nice. We had a lot of tweaking to do with that system right away. The first night, I called Jerry and I said, hey, just so you're aware, I am completely gonna rip this harness out of this tractor. We're putting back in the Trimble stuff. It's a good thing I have Jerry because he talked me out of that, and we made it work. He had me go elsewhere in the morning. He called Reichardt. Him and Sean got it figured out, working, dialed in. It's working great. That night was just super frustrating. I felt like we were getting behind on our first flush. We had rain coming, and it was just super frustrating to not have the auto steer at night. I could have free-handed it, but it was at night. It was dark. It was getting late. Long day. Just had to walk away. Jerry talked me out of it, and we're good to go now. But yeah, overall, this tractor's been working really well this spring. I'm going over one of the tile mains that a sub main that we put in, because we ran some lines up this side hill over here. This farm is almost completely patterned out now, where we want it. This farm should be really good going forward. We just got to get rid of this foxtail. And I think this is candidate number 1 for being plowed this fall after corn stalks. So yeah, that'll help. We'll go from there. We'll get it plowed, hopefully leveled off. That's one thing we're noticing this spring, is that our plowed fields from last fall, we were so dry in the fall last fall that our plowing is super hard right now. We have a really bad hard pan, and the field is, it's really hard to get rid of our dead furrows that the plow creates. So we're working through that. This thing's trying to level it off, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna go toss you guys out there. You guys will get some one-on-one time with the digger, and I'm gonna quit talking. So let's get to that. All right, that's gonna be the end of this video. We got the planter rolling, we got the digger rolling, we got stuff going. I gotta get over and check our first planted cornfield. We're probably gonna kick off weeding, but I just wanted to show you guys. Right here's a big patch of velvet leaf, by the way. That'll be interesting to watch this year. And this is gonna be an interesting field to watch. So I wanted to kind of show you guys, I kind of want to document this, so as I watch it back to learn how we did this year for next year and stuff like that, I want to see how this does. So this is actually going to be a field I want to try to do some side-by-side tests of different ways of weeding. I say that every year. Kind of like farming gets crazy. Everything gets so, we're 100 miles an hour all the time, as you can probably tell by how fast I'm talking in this video. which is another thing. I tell myself to slow down every video. I'm talking fast. Anyway, all right, so yeah, end of the video. That's where I was at. Stick along, like, subscribe, stick along. I don't know what that means, but stay tuned to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe so you know when I'm putting out new videos. I try to get back to your comments. I try to interact with you guys. Yeah, critique me. Let me know what I could do better. You're probably hearing a lot of wind right now, which that's one of the things. But yeah, let me know how I can do better, and we'll go from there. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. See y'all in the next one.